We're an extension of their team, we're not an agency that works for them.
Say hello to our paid media team, everybody. As of right now, they are currently 53 experts and specialists with over 300 years of combined experience in the industry, which is an awful lot. Having worked on countless national and international brands, they're actually our biggest team here at Journey Further. We're talking PPC, Programmatic, paid social, and of course all integrated with the likes of strategy and our influencer and creative teams to remove the guesswork and drive bigger, better data-led performance for our clients and make every penny count. I think we should go find out a little bit more about them. Come on. PPC Team Leader.
Yeah.
So, you've got a great overview of the team. Talk us through, firstly, the experience across the PPC team, because I know there's some people that's been in the industry for years.
Yeah, we've got people that have been doing it for 10 plus years, and so we've got a massive debate culture here. But over the last 2 years, I'd say our industry's massively changed. So even myself, who's got 6 years experience, I'm being challenged by how our industry's changing now. So it's always challenge our own perception of how we should do things and what drives performance. The clients that I'm working on work very closely with the social team because they will be maybe doing a bit more of the brand awareness side of it, and that needs to feed into how I do that slightly lower funnel activity. And then we do a lot with people like the experimentation team. So obviously we can get traffic to the site, but it is for the site to convert that traffic. So working alongside the CRO team to making sure that we're getting relevant traffic and that their tests have actually got substance behind them. We work very together. It isn't siloed, which you can be.
So I guess it's kind of our job to look at clients with, a brand lens on, essentially. So we find audience insights and, niches within clients and basic opportunities for them to grow. We'll work with the paid media team to essentially make sure that we're activating that in channel, whether that be Meta, YouTube, TikTok as well, obviously rising at the moment. So it's not just in the detail of what we're doing on PPC, for example. We essentially have a lens on how do we create demand to actually drive further, obviously leads and sales depending on what their objectives are. So finding more of their audience in different channels essentially.
I'm definitely going to sanitize all of these.
That's a shame.
64% of your performance is down to the creative. So 64% of that performance is down to the audio, the visual, the overall creative wrapper, the strapline, the delivery of it, the art direction, the quality of the photography, whatever it might be. Clients often kind of have it in their mindset that I've got my performance agency over here, I've got my brand creative agency over here, and then they have to stick the two together. The benefit of bringing those two worlds together, creatively, we understand brand building. We've done this time and time again for global brands, experiences in the team, but we also understand performance metrics. We understand how to interpret that data, how to translate that data into creative actions, visual, copy, whatever it is, they're then going to drive greater performance. So this kind of test and learn approach through experimentation is kind of our USP as an agency. It's kind of like putting science into storytelling. One of the ways in which we can do that is A/B testing.
So we've been doing some great work with MOTH, and we've helped support their paid media channel growth. They'd previously never done PPC, and when they had done paid social activity, it had been quite sporadic. So we saw a huge opportunity for our creative team to come in. I think the importance was that MOTH are very well established with their branding, especially their organic marketing, and just so making sure that our assets married up with their existing activity in the overall brand itself. We helped develop a creative roadmap and sort of a testing plan in place. We evaluated the bank of assets that they provided, and we were also able to provide that guidance on what our roadmap could look like across all areas of the funnel. So we have been running with them for about 3 months, and in that space of time we were able to increase the click-through rate by around 40%. We've also been able to reduce their CPA around 43%. We've also seen some considerable revenue. Been able to generate record-breaking months for the client, and which is undeniably down to the creative that we've been doing and the learnings that we've been taking from that, and further optimizations across the account. But mainly that's been coming through from data-driven decisions, so very important.
Even just for the agency to have the relationships that we do with TikTok, Pinterest, Meta is phenomenal really. We get to go to events, so I went to an event last week which was a Pinterest event. It was Pinterest Trends, and I had a Negroni Spagliato with Prosecco in it, and I can confirm it was stunning. Get early access to betas and things, so Any tests that we want to run with clients will have like their support, and often they will like co-fund tests as well, so that's really beneficial for clients because they're getting like free media spend essentially. Working with them on a regular basis, we get access to like senior escalation support if we need it. We get to keep on top of like any trends, any new products. We have up-to-date knowledge in terms of where's best to spend clients' budgets as well, and just to make sure that they're getting the most out of the budget that they're spending across the different platforms.
Well, Tom, it's the end of the day and you've just grabbed yourself a beer. What's going on?
So we've been looking at some incremental audiences for Sizzler, a restaurant chain on the west coast of the US, and we're looking at how we can better reach and better target our ads at those audiences. The kind of internet or advertising landscape is a little bit different out there. It's particularly in sort of the emerging technologies like connected TV, where our connected TV landscape is very focused around sort of broadcast video on demand or through streaming platforms, whereas over there are a lot more streaming platforms, things like Rakuten or Roku or things like that. Hulu is another big one. There's a lot more of that inventory available, whereas over here the scale's just not there.
Looking to 2023, what do you think, are there any big changes coming in your world, in the world of programmatic, or any big opportunities you wanted to jump on?
Big changes. For me, it's all about developing the offering. A lot of things are opening up to the open marketplace. A lot of the offline channels are coming digital, and that's kind of part of my roadmap, is to make sure that Journey Further have a strong offering in all of those spaces. Netflix has got a new ad-supported tier. We'll make sure that we're able to access that inventory for our clients.
TikTok, video, making sure we've got as many clients as possible, using video formats, going on TikTok. I think a big blocker for a lot of clients is creating that content, so making sure we have enough kind of partnerships in place with influencer content creators and making sure we're kind of broadening out our approach to how we do creative for our clients. I think that's a huge thing.
I think the biggest opportunity is to diversify across different platforms. TikTok might do a different job to what Meta's doing. There might be new products or features to test. So definitely that is an opportunity. I think challenges maybe with cost of living crisis, purse strings are a little bit tighter. Just need to make sure that we're more smart with where we're spending the budget and we're getting the returns that the client needs to.